Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless. I'm a Monk, and today we are doing the review for Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This game has been published by Owlcats. It was out on PC. It's now been released on the PlayStation, the Xbox, and the Switch, if you believe it or not. And will set you back around £45. Now, this game has been out for a while now, and it is a direct sequel to the first game, Pathfinder Kingmaker, a game that I played extensively and highly rate to anyone that is after an RPG D&D inspired game. Now, this is a classic RPG style game in which you take on the role of a mythic hero and journey through a realm overrun by demons. Explore your true nature, good or evil. You alone control your journey and your fate. One of the things about that and about what I just said is the fact that you control what you do, good or bad. These choices have real world impact, and I absolutely love that. In fact, the story is one of the first things I want to talk about, because this is a huge game, an extremely long game with six chapters and a huge amount of side quests that you can choose to take on or not. It also has, kind of side game aspects. Reminds me of Might and Magic, that classic game as well, of army management thrown in for good measure. And the story in this game really is very good. One of the best things about this is that you decide how you kind of go through this, whether you want to be good or evil. When it goes to character customization, and we'll choose that and we'll talk about that later, you get to pick your alignment, what you think your character wants to be. Does he want to be good? Does he want to be evil? Does he want to be something in between? You've got lots of different decisions throughout this game, and repeatedly they're going to come up with these kind of options of how you want to play it. And your choices have real world consequences. It could lead to the death of companions. It could lead to your companions leaving you completely, or it could lead to a completely different end to the game. And truly, player choice within RPGs, I am all for it. And this is a great game for it to be implemented in. Very much like Kingmaker, it operates exactly the same. So if you're familiar with the series, if you played the first game, then you're going to know what you're kind of in for here. For anyone that hasn't played this series before, hasn't played a Pathfinder game or an ARPG, you take on the role of a character. You can level up and progress through the game, earning perks and new abilities. As you do, you also collect extra and new companions, making you more able to take on the world around you. Now, this does have a really good kind of loot pool system where you can loot the bodies of the dead that you have taken. You do have a combined loot pool, which is really cool. You don't have to move items from character to character, which I really like as well. And it is kind of like an in-game economy where you can sell and buy goods as well. Now, I've mentioned D&D quite a lot throughout this review. This is the third time I've mentioned it. It plays a heavy role within this game. This is a D&D type of game. And for anyone that doesn't know how to play D&D, then there's definitely going to be a learning curve for you. There's a lot of dice rolls, and they may be behind the scenes, but it does mean that your game is going to be determined through RNG a lot of the time. Another massive positive to this game is character customization. It has a extremely in-depth character customization. A lot of these characters, directly coming from D&D builds that many of you would be already playing. And those that don't play those type of games and don't really have that much of a clue what they're doing when it comes to character building, I would suggest having a little look-see out there at certain characters that you want. Pathfinder, especially Wrath of the Righteous, has a huge community that are very involved within, trying out new character builds. So you will find stuff out there. More importantly, though, this game does recommend certain builds to you. It does have pre-built characters, so if you don't want to create your character at all, there are those pre-built characters that you can choose from, and you can also have it within the setting, so your character will automatically level up, choosing skills and feats that the game recommends you have. I love that. You can also mix and match it, so you can create your own character, you can sort out your own levels, and then as you go through the list of possible upgrades, the game will say, yeah, this is good for your character, or no, this is not good for your character. I love that about this. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous is definitely a little bit more beginner friendly than Kingmaker was, in my opinion. And when it comes to combat, this definitely has a stop and pause type of mechanic where you can have all your peoples just going at it, with the encounters as they pop up. But you can also set this to turn-based. Now, I love turn-based combat. I'm a big fan of it. And I'm happy to say that within Wrath of the Righteous, the turn-based combat works extremely well. In fact, if you are new to these type of games, if you are new to D&D, and things like elements being thrown at you and how that's going to affect you and your party, then turn-based combat is probably the better way for you to play, because you're going to be taking on these situations as they come. You're going to have a little bit more time to kind of like stop and understand what's just happened to your character when they got hit by that attack. All in all, I thoroughly enjoyed my experience throughout the game so far. There's definitely problems with it, much like Kingmaker. This game is bugged. I've had dashboards, I've had lag. I shouldn't be having these things. I am on the Xbox Series S, which handles most games absolutely perfectly. However, I have been told that the devs have got a patch on the way, so that patch for this game should be out very soon. Hopefully it does, because it is a stability issue. Once we've got that, I think this is going to be an absolutely amazing game to play. It is £45 for probably an 80 to 100 hour game, depending on just how many of those side quests that you want to cover, depending on whether you've got turn-based combat on or off. This could be an extremely long game. In fact, I heard someone say that they actually took 600 hours to complete this game on Steam. So that's the kind of size of this game that you can expect if you wanted to 100% it. Final verdict is I would highly recommend you play this game. I would not recommend you buy it at the moment. Wait for that patch. When that patch does come out, I am going to release another video telling you that patch is out and the game is hopefully more stable after that. I'm only going to give this game a 7.5 out of 10. Ultimately, it's not stable enough. It's dashboard a few times. It's a fabulous story. The voice acting in this game, didn't even mention the voice acting so far. The voice acting is extremely good. It's not 100% voice acted. There is a lot of dialogue for you to read as well. But when the voice acting does pop in and out, it's very, very well done. And I could listen to this story for a very, very long time. So I'm glad that they've included that within the game. But guys, this is the end of the review. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, you found it entertaining, or maybe you even found it a little bit helpful. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course comment your thoughts down below. Have you played this game yet? If you have, let me know your experience. Also, if you're looking for a better way to support this channel, I have recently finished the novel that I'm writing. It is a dystopian cyberpunk called Seven Broken and Bound, and it is available for ebook at the moment in the Amazon store. The link for that will be down in the description. And of course, if you have stayed to the very end of the review, you guys are true legends. A big thank you to you. Don't forget to comment red banana down below, just to confuse all those people new to the channel or that didn't watch to the very end. But until next time, I've been a monk, we've been Critically Clueless, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.
Have you missed me? Admit it, you missed me terribly.